What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Childish. We are back at it again with another episode of Educate and Dominate, the one-on-one interview series where we take some of the top names of the game and get their insights so we can bring your game to the next level. My next guest is coming back with part 2, Guardian 3 player on the Europe server from Noviak. Goon, what it is, baby? How you doing?
Hey, man, what's going on?
Oh, man, I'm super excited, as always, to have you on board. We had the opportunity to make a great video last time, and we wanted to go ahead and, keep on coming back with some arena content and some necro content, so I'm excited to get this part 2 underway. I know people have been waiting for it for quite some time, and it's finally here. It's finally here.
I appreciate your patience. No, I committed to you to do this, many weeks ago, and I just, you get caught up. So sorry about that, man.
No.
I don't like putting people off like that.
You are good, sir. You are good.
Thanks for your patience.
No, anytime. And for those that are listening that are new to the channel, welcome to the channel. We have quite a few videos out there on Educate and Dominate with regards to Goon, so make sure you go ahead and check out the YouTube page and the playlist to make sure that you see the previous episodes, as he has some amazing content to talk about. In addition, if you look on the top right corner, I have his current YouTube channel out there that he recently started doing about a month ago, incorporating a little bit of arena, guild wars, and testing out some new units. So make sure you guys go ahead and check that out. As far as we get going here, we got a lot of things to cover, but just a little bit of time, so let's get right to it. Necro B10, hit me with it.
Oh, real quick, before we start on that YouTube channel is not a real channel, man. I'm not fancy and pro like you are.
Here we go.
I put that out. Yeah, I just put that out there for fun. If I start posting links, you just get so much salt and a bunch of down votes for no reason. So if you want to go there, go check it out. Whatever. Get ADD bored. We're testing out different mons, and I'll always throw up the videos out there for anyone that wants to learn and take it to the next level, so that they can show me. Part of the mons can go. You know what I mean? We all learn from each other.
Yeah.
But Necro, N10, whatever it's called. So I'm not going to go into a lot of repeat detail. I watched your video with who's a Dynamo from Aftermath, and that was a great vid from A to Z. I can't really touch that, but I just wanted to say overall, people are tripping out, man, in chat and Reddit and everything over Necro, and saying, oh, we have to do so many new mons and this and this and that. I mean, let's be real. Odds are, out of the 5 that you need, you've got 3 of them already. You just got to switch around runes a little bit, tweak them a little bit. So it's not as big a headache or a hassle as it seems. And just some real quick bullets. All 5 mons, make sure they're all over 17,000 hit points. Make them all violent revenge. And make them all attack oriented, like attack 3 or attack CD attack. Even some of the healers, actually even all of the healers, unless you use Chasun, but should have attack all over their face. So what to say? Violent revenge, greater than 17,000 hit points, and is there anything else I'm missing there?
I think you got it pretty much. I guess the one thing to kind of put out there, especially for me, considering I'm like a, Conquer 2, Conquer 3 player, into the mid to late stages, but not endgame like yourself, is the question's going to come about and people are going to go, hey, attack or damage attack sounds good, but you're also stating that you're trying to go with about 70k hit points. So for those up-and-coming players that probably don't have the runes how would you prioritize it? Do you want to make sure you got yourself that 17k before looking at attack or damage attack, or maybe going looking at the subsets, or what do you want to prioritize there?
See, that's what. Okay, attack, crit damage, attack. It's not even ideal, because odds are, when those mons blast or nuke or do whatever they're going to do, you're going to get it in perfect order with your speed sync and all that other crap the first round. And after that, it's all going to be mixed up. So I don't even pay attention to any of that. So for all you know, that big crit is going to hit when the shield is up and land for 0.
Right.
So to be honest, most of my mons are attack 3. Attack.
Gotcha.
And I maxed out the attack, and just to give you a little overview. Childish, do you have that screenshot I sent?
The the screenshot of...
in line. If not, don't even worry about it. It just show if you click on the mons most used on the EU server for Necro 10, the top 5 mons, that's my team. So let's just say I've been farming for a little while now, and I think like something like 11 or 12% of all the runs on EU has been me, according to according to that Sylvia number. So I've got a sub 3-minute team, and you don't have to worry about the min maxing everything. You know what I mean? Like as long as you get the mons right, and the breakdown is going to be 3 multi-hit DPS, 2 healers, 1 defense break, and if you can, 1 anti-heal, where you block the heal, and that's not even that important if you have enough burst, but it'll help.
Okay.
The big thing is who do I use? Again, I'm not going to repeat that other interview that you had was perfect. I mean, it was A to Z, but there's a lot of mons that I'm hearing, and unfortunately, people waste their resources making them. One of them is Lanet. Or actually, let's just encompass all of the Magic Knights. Magic Knights they seem like they could be solid TOA mons. They're worthless in Necro. I would just stay the hell away from them. Their multi-hit is great, hooray, they have them on every skill, woo. They just don't burst. So,
Okay.
they're really just one-trick ponies. You get the shield down, well, now what? And Lanet's heal is just it's impotent. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't really add anything to the mix. You just don't need her. So it sucks that HOH was right there, and a lot of people farmed and maxed her and whatnot. And I'm sure you can use her in TOH, but just don't, not for this. And the other thing is be real careful with Gibraltar, the fire bomber. That's one of those mons where you'll never use anywhere else ever except for this. So if you're not going to get multiple uses, I would avoid that thing if you can.
Gotcha.
And that's that's the team lineup. But the reason I even talked about the number of times I've sorry, I'm a masochist. I've been the number of times I've been running Necro is I have an insane number of destroy runes. Let me see. Some of my I don't have any of my mons right now geared up real proper. If you go to Verde,
Yeah, Verta does have a set on there.
I stuck 2 on him. So talking about destroy runes, you know what? I was just talking about TOA. If you use any of the Magic Knights, I would stick a set of destroy runes on them. Destroy,
Oh,
yeah, it's sick for TOA. Especially those annoying boards with the Michelles or the multi-resers like Tions and all that. It doesn't affect any bosses, but it takes out all the minions and the waves, and sometimes that's the hell. And it can take out. I don't remember if it could take out a maximum of 40% or 60% of the health bar. It's one of those, right? It doesn't matter. You're not going to... If you're fighting a wave where you get it down to 40% red bar, then, you're doing something wrong to begin with. That's just painful.
sure.
But multi-hitters, and I know Verde's not a multi-hitter, whatever. It's really funny to see him pinging away like a little machine gun, like, sniping people's... permanently sniping people's HP. But the Magic Knights are great with Destroyer runes. I've used Lanet a couple times for a couple TOAH boards, and it really makes things easy, doable, and all that stuff. That being said, I think we're going to be forced to farm Necro for mana with the latest changes.
Yeah, I think you're right too.
That's fine. They upped Rage runes, and like I sold a Legend Rage, flat slot 4 piece of crap rune for almost 38K last night. So the mana's there. Yeah, they lowered Vampire a little bit, but between the new Rage and Vamp, Vamp is still high. Legend Vamps, I think I'm selling like 32K around there, junk ones. So you still, the mana is there, but Destroyer runes right now I think they're solely PvE. I don't think they have any room in PvP or arena.
Okay.
Even if you're just starting and you're early to mid game, like fighter or conqueror, and you're in those really long fights, maybe you can use them, but at that point, you're worried more about subs than sets anyway. So even then, I don't. It's not an arena rune. I think it's PVE. Something has to change for them to be useful.
Gotcha. And good point out there with regards to the story runes for any one of those magic signs. That's a really good thing to kind of put in there for TOA. I guess my follow-up question for you is, seeing that Despair is such a strong set for TOA, providing turn denial and being able to work through that, what would your recommendation be for some of the users that are looking to use that 6-star landed that they made for Necro and move it over to TOA? Do you say go Violent Destroy so they can get extra procs on that, or do you say just rock Despair and take advantage of the stuns with the AoE?
I mean, like I said, most people did that HOH, so that's not a junk mon. I mean, you've got a maxed mon with some extra damage. Keep it Despair. I mean, there's
Okay.
no point. Like, Violent, yeah, the procs are wonderful, whatever, but um, they're almost like a jack of all trade type. So on top of that little heal that tops off everybody, and if you put Destroy runes, you get that utility. And if you put Despair, if they don't destroy them, then they could stun them. So yeah, I would keep it as Despair.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. So, looking at these units, I got a couple of them that have made some changes along the way. As
Or
far as the arena goes,
really quick, Charles, just to
yeah.
touch it because I'm so ADD. I know I'll never go back to it, even though I say I will. Just you don't even have to go 4-set. Um, go in Revenge, 2x Revenge Despair, or Revenge Nemesis Despair for Magic Knight and TOA is actually feasible with the Destroy runes because
Hmm.
that first hit of theirs is multi-hit.
Right. Right. And it should count for every hit, right, to be able to proc with the destroyer for
Oh,
that.
you brought that's in my notes. I didn't even talk about that. No, it's not.
Oh, it does not. Is that
No. So it's every proc. So like with Verde, if he hits twice, destroy's only going to land once, basically, right?
go
But
figure.
when he procs violent, even though it's the same turn, when he procs violent, then bam, destroy will cap. It'll go again. It'll apply again. But and I don't I don't know if this is on purpose or not because Verde's pretty unique with that passive. But because I'm always rolling Sylvia, I'm pretty aware of what Team Up does.
Right. Right.
So Destroy actually procs with Verde on Team Up, but it won't with other mods.
Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah.
It's all good though. I'll take it though. Shit,
So
I'm
yeah,
gonna get
like
that. I'm gonna get that monster next LD scroll, I guess. So I'll just get ready for that. Get fired up about that. It's all good.
or it's not just Sylvia because if you watch those videos, any of the videos that I have on my YouTube, you can replace Sylvia 1-for-1 with Rauk.
Mm.
And Rauk has that multi-hit skill 1 that they fixed now, so it works on the boss. So he's just as good. I mean, not just he's great in his own right because he defense breaks. Sylvia doesn't defense break. Blah blah blah. But Rauk is still awesome for team up. And one of the my guildies Noviak ex Kivo or ex Kivo or Kivo. I don't
Yeah.
know how to pronounce
I
it.
think it's
So
Exivo, but yeah, you're right.
yeah, he was using the craziest comp. Ran Faye, Rauk, Water Tow, and something else. I don't know. I have too many mons. By the way, for Necro, the number one DPSer, in my opinion, was Ran or Faye, which is Dark Rock, Shaja, whatever.
Yeah, Dark Rashasha or the Dark.
Dark Kung Fu Girl. But Rengar and Thor from Noviak were telling me that Orochi plus Prang, which is the light. I'll let you pronounce it.
Yep, the Light Rashasha. Yep.
Yeah, she's actually number one. I mean,
Cool.
they say on the first wave you can take out between 40 and 60% of the boss's hit points because between Orochi and her dots and the dot extension, you get like 12 dots on one swing.
Yeah, yeah, it's
So
all
if anyone
good.
is praying, Ran is still phenomenal. I mean, when I say she's not number one, I mean it's a pretty close number two. It's still in that OP range. And for the record, I have neither of them, of course.
Yeah, I'll give a trick name drop to one of my guildies, Akuho. I know that he. I talked to him a couple days before this interview, and of course these guys are seeing this, 2 weeks since we actually, made this interview. But yeah, I told him that when he pulled that unit, that he's in for a treat when it comes to Necro because he was working on a team and looking to see how we can, set it up to make it work. So I'm excited for him.
Oh, he
Yeah,
got light?
yeah, he got the light.
Rock? Oh, that's
Rakshasa, so
ridiculous.
he's excited for
Oh,
sure.
he should because I mean that's epic between the Orochi and and Orochi should be Violent Revenge. I know I said before all Mons, but all Mons means everyone Violent Revenge.
Good deal. Was there anything else that you wanted to add as far as Necro?
Just to finish up on Necro, Bella. A lot of people I've seen they ask why Bella in chat and whatnot. Bella is like the most one of the 3 core OP Necromons there is. My speed is not great. I just kept it there. I don't care. You don't need a lot of speed on him, whatever. But that defense break, I think it knocked off. It took my my comp from 90% success rate to like 98, 99%. Just one Bella.
That's crazy.
The defense break is insane. And the heal, Bella is my second healer. So now I don't need to screw around with anyone else. Just Bella and Hawaii.
Good. And the cool thing about this is that this kind of goes to what you just said just a second ago, where some of the units that you already have, you've already had for quite some time. This is one of the units that you don't really have to change all too much. Just
exactly,
you could throw it right in there and make it work for you.
And that's exactly what I was trying to get at. That was the only reason I tested Bell in the first place. Was just let me see the mons that I have, and see if I could do something with them. Bella, I literally changed nothing.
Cool.
I didn't move one rune. Although my Bella's not really that great, but what I'm trying to say.
It gets the job done. That's all that matters, right?
Oh, and another trick. God, it just keeps coming to me. You're scanning through my mons. Grego, that dark lich.
Yeah.
I've got a video of that too. But so evidently, when the boss, when you kill your own peoples, he takes takes one of your mons and you kill him. It counts as a stack for this dude. So with this new skill set, I think it's 50% attack per dead ally or enemy. So even though it's an enemy, you kill your own mon, and this guy gets an extra 50% damage. And usually you should be able to down the boss in less than like 3 to 4 kidnappings or whatever the hell it's called.
Right.
Yeah. So once he takes your boss, he shouldn't take your mons more than 3 to 4 times, because once you start getting to that 5th time. He's got so many stacks on him that the boss will just he's one shot in your team.
Sure,
it's not possible. So Grego, huge DPS once he gets a couple of stacks on him. Yada yada.
Good deal, awesome. Let me see. So yeah, anything else you wanted to put in there?
No, I think that's it.
Oh hey, no, and like I said, we can always go back to it, and if something comes up, let me know. We'll go ahead and do it. So. Let me see here. I'm going to go ahead and keep on hitting up these units, but before I get into that, I know you wanted to talk about a little bit about the arena, the current meta, and your current teams that you're rocking with now in the Guardian 3 ranks. So,
dude, I love arena. I mean, that's the reason I play this game, man. It's fun. I wish they never broke apart EU and global. I know why they did. I mean, the EU timings are they're phenomenal for me. They're they're great for people that actually are from Europe, but. We just need more population, and I think the game's still popular and it's still growing. So we've been getting more and more people in Europe, and it's nice. But arena still great. Have a great time. I got messaged after my last video for a couple mons, especially in the new Tiana meta, and people like me, you'll notice that I've got some sisters, but I don't have that wind, that horrible wind. Woman mon.
Yeah,
she keeps running, and she's evil, and yeah,
and to all my people that put in a little bit of money to the game, God bless your hearts. When I saw that Tiana Galleon combo and the exclusive summons, I'm like, oh my God, rest in peace visas. They're gonna go out of style, man. Everyone's gonna hit that up.
Dude, I can't even tell you. I saved up couple thousand. So actually, everybody in my guild saved up. The bare minimum was was me at like 2,000 stones. One guy had 5,000 stones.
Jeez.
And nothing, man. And the worst was me. He's a great guy. Most OP illusions, speed illusions in the game, as far as I'm concerned, they're insane. But he summoned the Rakhan, however you pronounce it, the Fire Chimera.
Yeah.
Dude, talk about getting owned. Like you get stones, you get the net 5. You're like, geez, did I get her? Like, no, that's not brown yellow light.
Yeah,
That's red.
that's
And
rough.
yeah, it was so bad, disaster. So Tiana, I curse your face.
But you know what? That being said, you're still doing really good. You're making a do with what you got, so that's still commendable, man. I respect that. You
Oh, dude,
got to
I'm
mix it up.
whining.
Yeah,
I'm so fortunate with some of my
yeah.
stuff. So this is just yeah, this is the spoiled kid in the corner crying. You know that oh, I have 10 pieces of candy. Why didn't I get that 11th piece?
Nice. So
But
what is the current team right now? I mean, I'm pretty sure as far as the current meta goes, Chibu's going to be in there.
yeah,
What do we
that
got?
was the big thing is how do you replace Tiana? And
Right.
if you've got the Wind Sea Emperor, of course, I was blessed with 3 Fire Sea Emperors and 0 Wind, but we're not gonna go there. Triton is sick, but Triton has an accuracy check, so he can fail. But he's still his kit is great, with the cooldowns and all that stuff. Chiyu is the one that I have. The best part about Chiyu, 0 Devilmons. Don't
Wow.
don't put anything in him. Um, unless he's your only nat 5, then I understand you need to squeeze out that damage. But otherwise, there's just no point. Um, you don't need the damage. You don't need the cooldowns because he's basically like he's a one shotter. You
Yeah,
you
one
use
trick kind of pony. Yeah.
his cleanse. He's my lead. Skill 2. What I'll do sometimes is if Chloe hasn't dropped Fnatic when the fight starts,
Hmm.
and I'm not gonna complain about him. I don't have him, but I'm not gonna complain about Theomars, that blue little bastard that is on every single defense.
Right. Right. Right.
That skill right there is Theo Hell. So if Chloe hasn't dropped her Fnatic, and the team isn't equipped with a bunch of will runes, I'll use that skill 2 right away on Theomar so I can one shot him. But my team is usually Chiwu, Zyros, Galleon, and then X. And X is whatever you need for the fight,
Sure.
DPS or Bernard for speed or whatever.
Cool. And any big changes with regards to the Guild Wars? More or less the same units that you've been rocking with?
Oh no, actually, I changed. So I kept the same Sylvia team.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
just waiting until people start consistently beating it before I change it. Because I'm cursed with Team 1. And I think I found one that's been winning like 75, 80% of the... Oh, no, it's more than that. It's about 90% of the time it's been winning. And that's Win, Monkey King, Lead, Ritesh, and Praha. I think it would win more if I actually had Devilmons. My Praha, up until today, her skill 3 heal is on a 6-turn cooldown, so she's not she's not very good. Of course, the last 3 devils that
Last
I
one.
need
The
were
last
2.
one.
No. Look at skill 2.
Yeah. Oh no, they didn't. Oh, calm to us. Come on, man. Give them some luck.
Dude, it hurts so bad, man. She needs
Oh.
12 devils, 9 went in, 0 cooldown reduction. The last 3 are
Oh
all the
man.
cooldowns.
That
So,
hurts.
I got this from Asia, watching them, but Wind Monkey King, I mean, he's a god.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
I love. In fact, I think I just love him because you can rediscover him. So this guy, I stuck on my AD, and him or Ritesh are the perfect Theomars counters. So if you guys are frustrated that people are just cutting through your stuff, if you have another single target or multi-target win DPS, then use them. And then what I did is, you can see by his hit points, is I converted him to HP CD HP. And I made him basically a tank. He's got only 30k hit points, but with his passive, you could... And I'm not a numbers guy, so don't crucify me if I got this exactly wrong. But just to add another quarter of his hit points on there is just like
Gotcha.
how much he can mitigate, how much damage he can mitigate. And I did this as a troll. I told you guys in past videos that I'm not smart, I'm not brilliant, I'm nothing. And the only way I've come up with some of these like really great winning ADs, yes, I know because they're nat 5s and all that other crap, but it's just by experimenting during the week. People's pride kicks in, especially now with the new patch and how you can see what your win-loss record is. The only win or loss that matters is Sunday in that last hour, right?
True that. Yep.
So what I do is I make sure that every single day, if I'm too busy or whatever, I don't have time to think. It doesn't matter. Every day, I'll put on a new AD just to see how the mons perform, and just to see, oh wow, I'm winning more often. What did I change? And when Monkey King, changing him to hit points, that was it was insane. I mean, I think that week I had such crappy AD, crappy random ADs that I was at like 19% win rate, and it jumped up to like 38%, something like that,
Very nice.
just because of this guy. That AD was like Chiwu, Kumar, Speedy Orion, Violent Speedy Orion, and Wind Monkey King.
Nice.
So if you've got another Wind DPS, hit point Wind Monkey King, great defensive counter and against Theomars, and that's the only change in Guild Wars is that Team 1.
Cool. Cool. All right. I know that we've had, since people are watching this now, it's been probably a couple of weeks since the new set of monsters came out, and you were definitely fortunate enough to pull some. So I was wondering if you can talk a little bit about this,
Yeah,
some of the new
absolutely.
monsters, and check them out here. Let me go and pull them up.
You know, Childish, oh, by the way, I know we do epic fails at the end. You're looking at my ugly island. That would be my epic fail. That's
Oh, we go.
ADD last night.
80. This is ADD for the win. And so for
Uh,
for those of y'all that have been watching, his other videos, he actually had a variety of arrows in a similar, or in a almost like a kind of a circular fashion, but they were
God
color coded and
knows.
everything. And now he definitely looks like he did something else with this. I don't know what's going on, but
Sniper range, dude. They're all white. Like I missed it. That's for some reason I just decided to delete all the other colors. I was working nights. I don't know what was going through my head. I just started
it's all
screwing.
good. Yeah,
Yeah, it was much worse than this before we
yeah
before we
my
got on.
my
So
island is not too pretty either, so it's all good.
no, yours looks good, man. It's not like it's not crazy. Before we go into the new mods again, and this is a mark of my ADD. The whole point of me talking about Arena was because a couple of your loyal viewers found me on Reddit and asked me, "Hey, on the next video, can you please talk about Kaz?"
Ooh, yes, that's
And I
right.
can't believe I just, that's I drifted off and went over all that Arena. And the only thing I have on my note here is make sure you go over Kaz, and I almost
Fail.
failed failed it. So okay, and that is what you call an okay Kaz, like maybe even on the higher end of like medium, or the lower end of like really good runes. The speed, you're gonna have to speed tune it to your own self. You know what your speed, what your other team members are. You usually want him to go after Galleon or after your defense break. Kaz was big right after the samurais were changed. I think it was Jim something from Zypher over there that had that crazy video where it showed him doing 90k damage with the
Right.
skill. I don't know why people don't talk about him or they don't use him anymore. Maybe they just got bored. But he's Tower Junior, Taor, whatever the hell his name is, the blue Chimera,
Right, right.
water water Chimera,
Yeah, he is like a truck.
dude. I want Tower so bad. If you got him, salt, right?
Salt in the wound.
Salt, just salt.
Yeah, I actually this is kind of exciting for me because when you brought this up, I actually had the opportunity to make move a couple runes around and get myself roughly 2k attack and about 170 speed and more or less the same crit rate and crit damage. But unfortunately, with those runes, the hit point substats were so low that it was quite the joke. I mean, a random AOE, even without defense break would have killed him. So I kind of got discouraged and kind of put him on the side. But I'll have to, play around with him and figure out how I can.
Revisit him, child. Seriously, that's just by chance that I have those. I have plus 5k hit points. I roll with plus 3, and that kind of attack is with this, with over 70 crit rate. I mean, that's ridiculous. Good for you. The key to him is what team are you going to put it on, and you got to throw him on a speed team. So I had mentioned before, be creative. If you figure out a way to put him on the sustain team, great. Don't call me an idiot or whatever. Like, no, there's so many other. I know there's other shit that you can do, but for me, this is how he's effective. I stick him on my Chiwu, Zyros, Galleon X team,
Hmm.
and Chiwu, AoE remove buff. You could use Triton, and if you're a horrible human being, then you manage to get Tiana, then obviously use her. Um, and then Galleon to defense AoE debuff, and then he goes, and then you just take out whatever the threat is. Usually Kumar or Archangel or whatever. This guy smacks so hard.
Yeah, he
he's
does.
a bazooka. If you get one shot off of him because he ends up dying, he's done his job. He's filled his role. Usually I get two. Well, usually the team's dead by the time you get the second one because his skill 3 is like a 50-50 chance to proc his, magic blue wind.
Right.
And you AoE the next turn. But this guy is phenomenal. So don't listen to the hype. I know a lot of people like Kaido. Kaido can suck my ass. Just feed your Kaido to Kaz. Don't do that if he's your only win DPS, please.
Right.
Don't curse me later. Like I did what you said, and now I don't have any wind. But Tower Junior. Oh, you just think about him. Wherever you watch these videos with these or these streams with these OP guys from Asia and Europe and global, and you see that they've got these Nat 5s like Tower. Like I said before, if you see I'm using Sylvia, you can say Sylvia / Rauk. Wherever you use Sylvia, you can use Rauk. Anytime you see Tower, that big blue, evil, not in my box looking thing, you can replace that word with Kaz, and he's just as effective.
Cool. All right. Sounds good.
Hooray, Kaz.
Hooray, Kaz.
Yeah. Segue into the new units. I'm gonna start with the ones that I don't have a lot of experience with these because, and just to let you know, y'all aren't any different. It's not like I buy 11 MS and 10 of them are Nat 5s.
Right.
And you're just the unlucky one that gets screwed, and somehow I know something that you don't. Like, no, I'm just as big an asshole as all of us with latent gambling issues. I opened 411 MS one day. One was Legend, 20 were LDs. Yeah, about 20 were LDs. 20, 22, something like that. And I got 1/5 summon. And that summon was a fake 5. It was the wind dog.
There it is right there.
Anubis. And so yeah, 0 Nat 5s, 411 summons, 1 fake 5 at the very end. It was like number 408. And you're not going to believe this. That is the only new mon that I got, other than mummies. So I got 0 of the new 4 primes. He's the only one. And he came 5 stars and awakened. So we'll start with this bastard. If you look at his runes,
Nice.
He's obviously ruined. His skill set, to me, reading it, screams Necro. Maybe TOA, but no, there's too many other options. Magic Knights and stuff like that. But that, to me, with the brand and all that other stuff, it seems like it would be really great. And that if he dies in an accident. So I stuck Shield on him just to give a little buff, and obviously Violent proc because I don't have any. I'm not going to give Devil Mons to him because they hate me too, and I don't have any. He sucks. In my eyes, leave him as 4. Maybe make him 5. Don't awaken him just to test him out to see if you can find a different use that I can't. He does nothing in Arena. And he is not good in Necro. And it's possible that if you max his skills, he'll be something, but I really don't feel like he is. He seems like just a retarded, almost Perna that doesn't do any damage. So that's that. That's my spiel on him. Fire. A lot of people are coming down hard on the Fire Anubis, saying that he sucks. He's somewhere in that mix. I haven't really leveled him much. I don't know. I haven't used him extensively. I haven't even ruined him. Somebody had him on my friends list, and I was playing around with it. I think he's worth trying out. I don't think he's worth 6 priming. And if you've got an issue leveling up, and if you're free to play, maybe don't even 5 prime him. Take him to like level 34, and give him a couple crappy runes right before on a rune removal day or whatever, and test him out. But that shield could be good. Especially if you give his hit points high enough. Just a warning with that shield. it was on Reddit today, so I'm not. I figured it out a couple days ago when the mods first came out, but just to give those guys credit, so I'm not stealing anyone's hard work or whatever. That shield doesn't go to the lowest hit point guy; it goes to the lowest percentage hit point dude. So again, I might as well just use. I'll just give all the credit to the Reddit post. Whoever did in Reddit, good. That's wonderful. That was community service. It was a great video. He had a level 28 Anubis and a level 1 something salamander or something.
Right.
And the Anubis switched that shield to himself once he got hit for like 2 hit points by something. Right. So it was like level 28 versus level 1, but the Anubis percentage-wise was down to 98% versus 100%. So he puts a shield on. So percentage hit point, not lowest hit point.
Gotcha. Interesting. That's an interesting thing to put out there.
Now, Water Anubis, I see so many hate posts for Water Anubis. Maybe because you read the description and thought it was more than what it was, but reading this description, I mean, it does exactly what it says it does. People are complaining about his multipliers and all that stuff. You don't get a mon with that passive. That can whack, that can do a lot of damage. Right. That's what Rocky's for, the fire Hell Lady.
Right.
People think that this isn't like Brave Frontier, some of those other games. Oh, I don't know if I'm allowed to talk bad about other games. Sorry.
Yeah, okay.
Where the new set of mons completely screw the old set and make them useless, right? Come to Us is really good about balance. I mean, like, for Necro, for example, new dungeon, what mon am I leveling up? A goddamn 2-star Harpu.
Right, yeah. All of us got it. I think mine's at like 5-star now.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm working on it.
That's really cool of them.
Yeah.
They could have told you that, you need nat 5s and like Zeratu to pass Necro in less than 20 minutes on auto. But they're like, here's this 2-star. You use a bunch of enough unknown summons, and not only will you get her, but you'll be able to max her relatively quick, easy, blah, blah, blah. So the new mons, don't sell your kidney, don't donate part of your liver, no bone marrow donations. They're solid mons, but they're not, they're not going to make any of your mons useless, to be honest. Water Anubis, for example, is not replacing Rocky. Rocky is a killer, and whatever single target she prevents from reviving, that thing is gone. 35, 40k, skill 3, bam, dead, see a perna.
Right.
This thing is just a big, like, I don't even know why it's an attack. I can see why. Now, you know what? I apologize. I shouldn't be attacking people. It's designated an attack mon. I can see why you would assume that the multiplayer is a little bit higher than they were. I apologize. But he's basically a water kind of meat shield. You should rune him that way too. His passive is pretty OP though. Let's be real.
Yeah,
anyone rolling like a 2x Eladriel or like a Vanessa / Eladriel AD, they're going to be a lot less annoying than they were, especially Conqueror 2 area, G1. So thumbs up, Water Anubis. Jury's still out, fire, but don't run out and make them. I think that jury's going to come back, storage. Wind Anubis, man, fuck that guy. especially if you summon him, summon as a fake 5. And my bitterness aside, I put solid runes on him. You can see by my crit. Yeah, I could have made him a little speedier, but it wasn't necessary. He's not worth it, and he will not help you in anything. And I wish I could comment on Dark, but yeah.
You weren't blessed to get that one, huh?
Yeah, and the minute I even opened my mouth and guild chat, I got owned. You got Sylvia, you're not getting any 5 stars.
Right, yeah, no credit, right?
You don't deserve it. Like, come on.
Now, I see that out of all the other mummies you got, you took the fire one up there, so can you talk a little bit about that and why that's been instrumental in your game?
Yeah, I was going to say that one for last. Real quick, Wind Whore.
Wind Horus?
Yeah. Where's that? Next to the Angel Mon. I haven't ruined it, whatever. This one looks solid. Again, not a game changer. I think it's going to be hard to max it without using Devilmons. I don't know how it's going to work, but I think Compuus says in my Illuminati mind, lowered the drop rate for some of the new mons, it seems.
Hmm.
Then again, it could just be Mario RNG, because I know I've seen other people with like 4 or 5 of these guys. Blah, blah, blah. This guy seems like he's worth it just because of his second skill, in addition to that third. Can you use Wayne, the 3-star that you get for free, and who always has SDs or HOHs come here and there? Yeah, I think that Wayne is just as effective as this guy for copper teams and blah blah blah. But if you just wanted to change up a 4-star, a little bit more DPS, a different type of skill too, different kit, this guy's pretty solid.
Yeah, it definitely looks interesting.
And
I'm excited to see
his leader too. So sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good. Yeah, critical rate. Yeah, it can make it happen, Cap.
Yeah, I mean 24%. I mean that's a lot. If you don't have the blue god, that's that bastard Theomar.
Good old.
If you couldn't pick that up. Okay, going to the fire mummy. Mummies. So I got the dark mummy, and I'm going to test him out next. He seems really interesting with his skill 3. Sacrifice 5 or 10? No, 5% of his health to do damage based on the remaining enemy's life. The dark? That could just be like a sleeper where you get like a dragon or whatever down to half life and use him, and then, he does 1,000,000 damage. It's probably not going to happen, but might as well test it out. I got nothing else to do. Wind, I just don't even bother. Water, I haven't made one, so I don't like to really talk in depth about stuff I haven't made, or I haven't even really tested one, but just the read, that 25% stun, I mean, let's be real, nothing is really ever the stated percentage in the game. So if it says 25%, the one thing we know is it's not 25%.
Sure.
That it's either going to be less or it's like, 75%. Like Perna in Violet Runes. Or like Theomar's in Violet Runes.
It's nasty. He's nasty with him.
He's so nasty. Yeah, there's so many Perna counters now. With the AoE anti-revive and whatever. There's really no point in even having any salt against Perna. It's like, if you can't find a counter, then you're just not trying hard enough. Okay, Fire Mummy, skill 3. I really thought this was going to be anti-Lucian. I really thought this was going to change the meta. The jury's still out, kind of. I won, like, not even a joke. Like, let's just round 85% of my ADs the day he came out. I 6-primed him, ruined him, stuck him up there. Literally won 85%. Next day after, it was down to like 15%. So it was just, I got all excited. Like I found some, some magic that no one knew about. And yeah, that was just because no one knew what he did. And now they just save him for last, and GG.
Yeah, kind of like a Jolton, just going to have him on the sidelines and take everybody else out before working on him.
Okay, it's interesting that you said that, Childish. That's really funny because that's exactly my line of thinking. I don't have a Jolton. So I had a Guilty, stick him as a rep, and I used that. My idea was, what if I use him on Guild Wars, which I haven't tested yet, that's going to be my next, and see if I can make a Reflect team with Jolton, him, and who's the other? I don't remember the other guy's name. The Dark Golem. Oh
yeah, he does do Reflection, that's right.
Sorry.
No, you're good. I was going to say, I don't remember the percentage that reflects, but I don't think it comes close to that. I think it's like 15%, though. I don't know if it's something like this one.
No, it's not. It's not even close. It's like 15%, but it's not messed up like Joltan. I hate Joltan, but don't get me wrong. Joltan's an awesome. I just hate the werewolf, and it's like completely irrational, like me hating Kaido. The cartoon video game mons offended me in some way at some point, and there it is. So. The werewolves I just can't stand, but Jolten especially, I think out of all of them is just he's awesome for what he does. On AD he's like kind of impotent in my eyes, but in Guild Wars, attack and defense, he's just ridiculous. He is awesome. The problem I have with him is you have to crit. Isn't that right? You have to crit for him to reflect.
Actually, it just says he returns the damage. It doesn't say anything about critting. So
then I read it wrong, Childish. My bad. So maybe he is on the table. So I don't know if I need a healer or not. Probably. It's either gonna it's one of those three. It's gonna be two out of those three mons, if not all three, and we'll see how it goes in Guild Wars. The one thing is, if you try Fire Mummy, make sure. I think he's better with a Reser, paired with a Reser, over a healer. So if you have to choose heals or res, go with res. He's meant as he takes 30% more damage. So if you keep trying to heal him, you're going to be healing him all day, and eventually he's going to die. He takes a third more. So he is OP when it comes to AoEers. Anyone that comes in with one of the new AoE teams, they're going to get smoked by this guy. I've done a bunch of tests with guildies, and he hits him, he punches him right back. For whatever damage those Lucian cards are doing, they get it right back to him, it's phenomenal.
Cool.
The issue is, those teams are usually so fast that they've already killed your team before you get a chance to take a turn. So whether that are 100% life or 50% life, who cares?
Right. Yeah, true.
Because at 100%, they have like 10k life. They were going to get one shot anyway. So one-shotting them at half life or full life is the same damn thing.
Mm-hmm.
So my next thing, and I don't know how big a masochist I am, but was either try to golem and pair it with him and see if it's enough reflect, or make another fire mummy.
Right.
And sorry.
No. I was gonna say, yeah, for arena that would definitely work. Unfortunately, we couldn't take advantage of that in Guild Wars, right? That would be nice.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Oh, by the way, this is for power hour only.
Okay.
If you stick this on your AD and expect to have a winning AD, you lose. If people have time to practice on your AD, they're just gonna instead of AoEers, I'll bring single targets like Perna and Theomars, etc., and save them for last. But the thing is, for power hour, you just want to change up your ADs to something different, even if it's one mon different.
Mm-hmm.
Like saving your Speedy Orion for just Sundays in that last hour, guaranteed that G3, G2, or G1, G2 that you're on the border of, that you can't make it. People are so used to seeing your same setup over and over and over again all week. You change it in that last hour just a little bit, even one mon, you're going to be netting some wins out of it, and it may be enough to push you over the edge. So that's what this guy is for. When people aren't thinking, you need a stall defense, and he's the perfect stall. He's got a crap load of hit points. He's fire, so he's intrinsically anti-illusion, and that reflect is pretty killer. If anyone figures out a pairing or synergy with another mon that I haven't thought of, I'd really appreciate any comments or feedbacks, and I'll test it out. And I always share my information. If you go to that YouTube thing, channel, whatever the hell it's called, I've got some fire mummy test on there. It's really basic, so please don't come back at me that it wasn't the perfect fight.
What'd you do? What is this?
I know exactly. Like, hey, you used skill 2 when you should have used 1. So yeah, that in all the mummies have retarded names. Just don't like them. The rest of the mons, though, if I've said they're the new ones, if I've said they're useless, it's just my opinion. It's just with my experience. Everyone has got their own experience, and you can figure new stuff out. Everyone thought Tiana sucked at one point.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
And so please don't, just take it with a grain of salt. Do your own research. The other thing is GG Comp to Us. They all look fucking awesome. Like,
yeah,
I know everyone's got so much bitterness for Necro and the rune changes and whatever right now, but let's be real. That's not just like a port from another game. This guy just cracks me up. He's hilarious. And if you look at the unawakened ones, they're hilarious. The art is solid, great. So thanks, Comp to Us. It's really great. You didn't come out with a whole new set of OP mons that would completely destroy, our existing boxes. These guys can. They're meant to synergize or be used with what you already have, not replace or destroy anything that you already have. Obviously, I'm not going to talk about any of the Nat 5s right now. On paper, Dark Anubis looks unreal.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna pull that this Friday. Don't worry about it. I'll show you what it does.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's true, man. Yeah. I wish you were on EU. Once you pull it, I could have, traded reps with you.
There you go. There you go.
We could have shared, but yeah, that guy. Wow, and I would love to see that AOE res. I mean, that is just.
Yep. It's gonna be nuts. I'm excited.
It's going to be fun, you know, something different. Even if you don't get it and you got to fight against it, it's something different. It's not the same stuff over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I missed was the light mummy, which I don't have, because 20 LDs
No luck.
gave me a handful of dark mummies and that dark assassin, which I haven't played with yet.
Right. Right.
I'm waiting until Saturday to play with that one, but the light mummy on paper right now. No, not even on paper. A guildie has him, and I talked to him about it. That's a great mon. I see a lot of chatter. People just, of course, that'd be Thor. I bet you he killed me to take first too.
He probably did.
Not that I care. I'm not even go. I don't even pay attention to rank.
No salt. No salt.
Dude, no, it's just Thor.
Thor.
Kill you, Thor.
He knew we were doing the interview, so he just wanted to make you mad real quick.
Yeah, I guarantee I'm going to open up my history and it'll be just death by Thor. He's just a bad human being.
Jeez.
That's not true. I love Thor. He's great. But hopefully, don't tell him I said that.
I'm sure he'll see the video. Here you go. Here's Sahara, the light.
So this guy, okay, everyone is saying that. A lot of people are saying that, he's just another Briand. Well, no, he's not, because he's light. So not knowing anything about the Mon, yeah, he's got a Briand type res, which is a balance res, which can be sick, especially in TOA when you need, a sort of heal, like in a 10-eye Briand type balance. But he's non-elemental. Fire doesn't mess him up. Right. So on those boards where Briand would get his ass handed to him, that's not going to happen with this guy.
Right.
He's 3-star. I haven't leveled him. He's an HP bond, which is sick. I'm sure his multipliers are low, but his skill 2 is kind of interesting. Can you? Is that the skill 2? I forgot what it was.
Yeah, body roll. This one here.
Some of your hit points. Yeah. So. Oh, never mind. That's just whatever. It's his own hit points.
Yeah. It's current HP.
Yeah, my bad.
A lot of people got thrown off with that one and the other one that has the second skill, and I think it would have been obviously OP if it was the 20% of the monster's HP. That would have been too strong, but yeah, current.
It would have been like a Spectra Briand, which, then I would be really pissed off that I hadn't pulled him instead of just like, eh.
Yeah.
Who's on my list? I think that's about it. Did I miss anything?
I can't think of anybody else as far as, the ones to watch and some of the new ones there, but I mean...
The Fire Desert Queen. Sorry, I keep talking over you, Childish. I know you got to go. That's why I'm not trying to keep you for 4 hours like I usually do. This one looks stupid good, but stupid good like niche. It's not DPS. It's not some all powerful godlike one buff, but Rabazzo in our guild EU Noviak, he pulled this thing and he's pretty happy right now. He said it's just buffs from hell or debuffs from hell. Yeah.
When I initially read that like seconds ago, I was like, oh, it's just gonna hit 3 times and just put like a random like 3 random effects, kind of like an Orion. But each opportunity to hit is a debuff for each unit that it hits. So you can have like 3 debuffs on all of them. I mean, it's sick. I mean, I would definitely crap my pants if I got this one.
I know, right? Or you know what else you'd be really excited for if you got an Awake Wind Anubis, Childish.
Oh yes, for sure.
Yeah,
just like here, right?
More than that. No, but seriously, Fire Queen. And please don't. I'm not saying that wind and water are bad. I don't know anything about them, to be honest. It's just a guildie pulled this, so I know a little bit about it. If you have any questions about light or dark Desert Queens, I've pulled both of them off of 2 normal MS that I got from Dragon. So I can tell you.
Right. Yeah, you wish.
Yeah. So Fire Dots from Hell. You can team her up with that brownie. Oh, the brownie you have, Childish.
The Orion?
No. The dark. Is it dark?
Oh, Corona. Yeah.
Right. They remove the harmful effects and then sleep for days.
Sleep them, yeah.
So like that kind of combo.
Yeah.
There's other mons that do like Brandia, for example. I mean, it's just there's so many synergies with that. You just put a bunch of, and of course you can use the debuffs that you get, but you just lay down all those debuffs and then have another mon that does damage based off of that scales on harmful effects, and bam, it's 50 to 100k DPS plus.
Yeah, yeah, that's
So
cool.
that Desert Queen's very impressive. And yeah, that's my extent right now for the new mons. Oh, you got on Water Assassin. Obviously, everyone knows by now. Screw Water Assassin. It's just not even worth the headache. If you need a Watermon that does damage for days, Kaz, Tyler Jr. Make it happen.
Yep.
Wind. Do not kill yourself for wind. I know there's so much Asian love. By the way, I mean Asian server love, not
Right.
like different races, like different mods. There's a lot of Asian server love for Tanya. Not that good. Don't believe the hype. Wind DPS, not hard to get. Usually better in the AoE form. Lucian or that Ifrit that everyone hates, but can own face if you actually take some time instead of listening to other people and build them. That Ifrit would be phenomenal. What's the name? Economy would be phenomenal with the Fire Desert Queen.
Fire Desert Queen, yep.
But Tanya, don't kill yourself. Don't kill yourself trying to get her. Level up as soon as possible. Whatever. Win DPS. Tanya, like Kaido, which is why I took her with a grain of salt to begin with. Will outperform in very certain situations, and you have to create that environment, and it's just not worth messing with. Yeah, done.
Cool.
Done with all that.
You're like, I am done. Sounds good.
No. Last one.
Oh my God! Here we go. No, I'm just playing.
My bad, Childish. Am I holding you back, by the way?
No. You're good.
Just again at some point, so I could just save all this crap for later. Not crap, but all this stuff for later. If you need to dip, you just cut me off.
No, we should be good. What all I have left is just your epic fail story, and then we'll hit up the any shout out you want to do to your guild, whatever. So.
Oh, that's perfect. I mean, I'm all epic fail, so that could take an hour on its own. But Emma. So people are loving the water Neostone agent, and everyone says the same damn thing, that all you need to do is max her third skill and she's OP, and now you have you don't need Praha, you got this. So if you click on my skills, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what we call maxed. F Emma.
Oh no! I actually found a comp in Guild Wars, and they put up a fight with the synergy of the other team. I mean, if you could synergize it well, I've found it to be kind of a pain in the butt, but.
A pain, yeah, Childish. If you synergize well, and if in G3, it's not going to work because she's retarded. So this kit, this mon, level her up. Yes, don't waste your devil mons. Wait for the HOH because it's definitely going to be coming. There's so much hype. Come to Us knows. People are talking about it, yada yada. At some point, maybe even this month. I mean, in our little guild pool. I'm my money's on Wind. What do you call it? Neo Agent. And by the way, I have no connection with anybody. I could have said my money's on Zeratu for all I know. It's a complete guess. I don't have any inside information or whatever, so don't get excited or come back like I know something just because I'm on a big time famous YouTuber video like Childish.
Oh man.
I'm retarded. He knows stuff. You could believe what he has to say. But I have a feeling it's going to be Neostone Agent. That's where my money's on. Wait to, skill her up when that thing comes out. The problem with her is her AI is retarded on defense. She never casts that shield. And the whole thing is that shield is so godly. I mean, I had her, the runes you see right now are just poop. I had her with some of my best violent nemesis. Actually, that slot 2 isn't that bad. Unlike, I'm not like Childish, who gets like violent hit point, 24 crit rate.
Oh,
and is
man. Yeah.
There's 3 effing flats on this thing.
It's just
I don't have runes like that.
Yeah.
By the way, GG on that rune.
Thank you. Yeah, I think by now, like this video will be out a while. They'll probably see the runes. So yeah.
Yeah, when Chandra kills him, they'll definitely see it. You're like,
There you
what was
go.
that? Oh,
Yeah.
was that rune? But if you're using her manual on AO, great. Ignore everything I said. Make her, love her. She's great. Her heal is fine. That shield is awesome. She never casts it on defense. She's like Bernard in that sense. People put Bernard on their AD thinking that, hey, it's going to give me speed, but he's retarded. And he doesn't cast speed until second, third, fourth turn, whatever. By that time, he's usually already dead. She will only cast that heal when one of her friendlies gets down below 50% health. What the hell is the point of the shield? I
Yeah.
mean, my goal was to team up something like Trevor, Fire, Neostone Fighter, or his buddy Lucas, Meanie, me, and Noviak got Lucas, who's awesome in his own right. Somebody that's a nuke with like 13k hit points. You only see them AO, but hey, let me try it on a speedy AD.
Hmm.
They don't get shielded; they just die,
Right. Yeah.
and they die. Dude, they just die from like a Chloe, like a laser Chloe kill. Uh, Theo's like, I'm gonna go, kill the grown up over there. You want to handle this? And Chloe's like, yeah, I got you. And then she just she kills
Nice.
him.
Was there any other units that you could think of that are kind of ones to watch as far as the ones that just recently came out that you've tested?
Um, I mean, the Dark Anubis after Friday.
Right
Well,
after
I'll give you
Friday.
till
Yeah.
Sunday to max them.
Yeah.
I don't want
Okay.
to pressure you. Oh,
Gotcha.
Julie. My Julie sucks. So if you creep her, that was a test after they had changed her last patch. Dude,
Hmm.
Julie's so good.
Yeah,
Um,
and truthfully, I thought that she was already good prior to. It's just a shame that people didn't see it. They were so focused on Lucians, But I understand, Lucians are just so OP. But she had to me, I thought she had a really good damage modifier. I mean, you have to pair her up with a defense breaker, but still, I thought she did
dude,
really good.
I'm right there with you on that one.
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you off. You thought she had what?
No, I was just saying that I thought she was real strong, in general. But of course, in order to see her strength, you just needed certain units to go with her, whatnot. Whereas Lucian, since he ignored defense, you didn't have to worry about the defense break on it or pair it up. So it's all about getting all the things you want in that offense, and making it work. Not trying to have two or three mons when one mon could do one thing that you want. So, but no, it's a great unit for sure.
Yeah, and sometimes if you don't have that all in one, there's still other surprises that you get, other benefits.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm right there with you. I don't, and actually, no, I'm not right there with you. I'm an idiot that instead of figuring it out on my own, I just believed everyone that, oh, she sucks. So she's been sitting 5 prime since I was like level 20. And I was all disappointed because it was hell to get her to 5 at that point, and I never 6 primed her, or 6 starter, sorry. So whatever, I fixed that. I used her.
Whatever.
Whatever, yeah, we move on for that. One thing I like about this too, you talked about, hey, if guys are new and they don't have enough crit rate subs, if you click on her rune, look at her slot 4. Um, don't sell those. So again, people say, oh, crit rate crap, just sell it. Resist crap, sell it. Like my Verde has an ugly resist rune, slot 6. It's got
Hmm.
21 speed on it. Like, yeah, everyone laughed at me. They're like, "I can't believe you're skilling up, wasting mana on that." And bam, I got a 21 speed rune on a mon that maybe I don't need the extra attack or hit points.
Hmm.
He's good enough, and 21 speed. He's like the Flash. He's turning around laughing at everyone while he's down the road. If you don't have crit damage runes, hide for me. They only come in the form of like vampire or shield or guard because they're Tiana troll. So if you need a matching set and you don't have a crit damage rune, dude, just keep the crit rates. Like that is to me that's that's a solid rune.
Right.
Um, I don't need. I have a couple extra CDs right now, so I don't need to use crit rates. But I've got a handful in my inventory that just have a crap load better subs than any of the CD stuff I have with speed and crit rate and whatnot. So the only thing you have to do is you can see. Again, those aren't plus 15 runes. This was just a test. I'm waiting for a rune removal on Saturday to change her. But I already have 121% crit
Yeah.
damage
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
without having a crit damage rune. So maybe if I actually tried and put some CD runes on there. Okay, well, that one. But that was a big CD room.
Yeah, that
But
was a big CD room.
there was a couple other slots that I could have fit him on there, and I could easily get to 130, 140, maybe even higher crit damage. So just an option for people. You don't always have to follow follow the herd and copy what they do verbatim. It's a very versatile game. And here's an example of crit runes. Don't junk them. Okay, stop talking.
You're good, my man. It's all good. Well, let's get into that epic fail since I know we just got a little bit of time left. You got some good stories to put out there as far as epic fails, but give me since we last spoke with you on the Educating, give me your number one fail since then. And it can't be the Anubis. We already got that one out. That one's already gone.
Well, that's the number one. Then the fact that I raged and got to that 411 number. Don't do that.
Yeah,
just
rage summoning.
Learn to. What's that? Yeah. Oh yeah. Learn to not rage summon.
Never rage summon.
Yeah. Never. Those stories that you hear, they're like, oh, I got shit, and then I rage summoned, and then I got something. First of all, they don't ever tell you how many. If they say 2, it's like. I mean, not to be crazy. I won't even go there. So yeah, if they say 2, just multiply whatever number they say by 5.
Exactly.
Rage summoning bad. Next,
gotcha.
Zyros needs to leave me alone. And I know that's such a salty, like a troll thing to say, but I Nat 5s are so precious, and they don't come too often. And by the way, I got Varad yesterday.
Congratulations. Hashtag wrong color.
That's not Schmear. That's an unawake Zyros, by the way, if it shows you how much I disrespect them.
Yeah.
Look, I haven't bothered awakening them. I don't have enough Devilmons for all of them. Yeah. I just keep getting doubles and triples of all these Nat 5s. It's driving me insane.
Yeah, it can happen. It can happen. RNGesus can help us and kill us at the same time.
It hurts so bad. It hurts so bad. Epic fail. If you open up my box, if you don't mind.
Well, I can when I stop crashing here.
Okay, I'll just tell you. So I had this idea that Galleon is so universal and so versatile, which he is, and phenomenal. He's on my speed team and he's attack based.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I need him on my defense. I think that he's going to outperform everybody. So I wasted all of my light HOH Briggs or whatever the hell his name is, and I made Galleon Part 2 maxed all HP. So that's my quote unquote good one. No regrets. If you scroll down a bit. Yeah.
Oh, man.
So, yeah. Managed to summon a second Galleon, burned all of my light pirates, so if I ever manage to get a dark pirate, which, is my top 5 mons in the game that I'm looking forward to, yeah, he's gonna be sitting a while before he's maxed. I do not believe that you can make Galleon work on AD or GD. For that matter, he's just for some reason he's just not good. His AI is messed up. It'll always go for his skills before his primary attack, and his primary attack is defense break. So, if he goes to skill 3, obviously, hooray, great, that's the best. But most of the time, that skill 2 has got such a low cooldown too. He'll just start shooting people, and they're not defense broken, and all you want him to do is go over there and skill 1, so your Theomars or your Perna can go and destroy him afterwards, and that just doesn't happen. Anytime I have put him on any defense, and I make a lot of defenses, he just fails. In Arena, obviously, but also in Guild Wars. So if you're using an HP-based Galleon on offense, hooray, that's up to you. Whether you want to go YOLO or HP, it's fine. There's no difference. If you try to use an HP-based tanky Galleon on GD, I don't believe it's going to work. So that was a pretty epic fail because I have no use for this guy.
Oh, the struggle is real, but
yeah. So I like testing this stuff. I just love testing this stuff out. It's fun. I'm not bitter about it, and I share it with other people so they don't waste the time or resources or whatever down the road. So.
Yep, and again, guys, that link is going to be in the top right on the description in the video, as well as in the top right on this video here too. So make sure you check it out so you can see some of the units that he's been testing in the Guardian 3 Arena ranks and in the Guild War ranks. So let me see here. I kind of wanted to. Oh, go ahead.
Hashtag Tiana.
Hashtag Tiana.
So So if you're new to the game and you have one net 5 and it's Tiana, and you search her in Reddit and you see all these hate posts, and then you start feeling bad about yourself that I got screwed, those guys are assholes. Period. Because I'm telling you, man, the reason I rage summoned 411 MS was, yeah, I wanted to see some of the new mons, but there was none that really, other than the the LD5s that stuck out. But I was going for Tiana. I just had it in my head that that was the day, and my head lied.
Ugh.
So yeah, Tiana, phenomenal.
All right.
Sorry.
No,
Go
you
ahead,
are good. You are good. Any quick shout outs you want to put out there before we close the video?
Just to Noviak, to Revark especially, and to any and all guilds out there, without bringing up any drama. We just keep it clean. Don't like the hackers. So we've been following the Zypher model of Arena. Basically, we have a zero tolerance policy for hackers. We put too much money and time into this game to deal with any nonsense. So shout out to Noviak. Apologies to some of the other guilds out there who are just so awesome on Europe and so great, like REs, and it's. Anyways, whatever. But by the way, the hacking in REs not connected. Didn't mean to make that correlation. It has nothing to do with those guys. They're phenomenal, and they give us a good run every week. They work hard. Shout out to Come To Us.
Yeah, buddy.
Thanks for the new patch. We look forward to new patches and new content. And just one of those things, man. Keep it happy. Keep the love. Keep it positive. Any sarcasm or negativity that you heard from me on this video, it doesn't stop me from playing. I'm not angry or anything like that at the game. We're just having a great time. It's a phenomenal game, and it's not old or dying or any of the other stuff that people are just throwing out there. I mean, it's very much alive. I wouldn't have bought another 400 something MS. Did I tell you that story?
Yes, you did. Yeah.
With the fake and okay.
Yeah. Actually, it's in this video here. So there's your second epic fail for the video. You put it in the video. Fail.
Was it in this video 8 times? My fault.
Awesome.
Yeah, my bad.
Nice. Well, good.
And Childish, thanks for having me. Appreciate it. And I apologize I didn't clean up my little island place for you.
No, you are good. So, and again, as always, we appreciate it. You have been by far one of our favorite guests on the show. I get a lot of feedback, and we always have people saying, "Hey, we want Goon back," to give us some
who's
feedback.
That loser? Burn him.
Yeah, Goon for the win. Good for win. But no, we appreciate it.
This is the 8th last thing. See my flags over there?
Yeah.
I show them prominently for a reason. Guild points, very precious. So get your TMRs and move to flags. Stop wasting them on scrolls. Stop wasting them on other crap out there. If you're young in the game, like I said in a previous video, keep going for those angel mons. Fine. That's what you need to do. Flags won't help you there. But if you're at least high mid-level to mid-level, like G1, C3 G1 range, and you're competing at that level, dude, flags are everything. I've got almost 17 plus 17, or I forgot what the numbers are. It's either 17 or 18% crit damage on top of the 20% crit damage that I have for my arena buildings. So when my Perna hits you, you're dead. Just because of those stupid flags that quote-unquote cost too much money, right?
Right.
And, for Beast Monks, the hit points, for Archangels, the defense, flags are everything. So those guild points, please stop wasting them on crap. Like those flags will change your game, and it'll change your defense and your offense. And that was my actual last thing.
All right. Well, sounds good, my man. Thank you again for coming on board. And thank you guys all for tuning in. If you did like this video, go ahead and smash that like button down below, and I'll make sure to keep it coming with you with these amazing episodes. So we'll go ahead and close it there, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. It's your boy Childish and Goon with Childish Plays checking out. Take care, and we will see you next time. We're out.